The story of Carrie is about this girl who grows up in a household that's very religious, and she gets bullied a lot in school. The kids who just come after her and make fun of her, like, it really gets to her, but she finds out that she has telekinesis, and through finding this out, she harbors these powers to take revenge on all the people that bullied her and made fun of her.
Carrie is someone who's underestimated.
Carrie is alone.
She definitely has a lot more potential to be a person that people would want to be around, and she doesn't get that.
It's not necessarily based around Carrie. Carrie, she is the protagonist, but you do kind of see this powerful arc for her that, I mean, it ends badly, but she does start to gain her self-confidence in it, so you feel wow, you're doing a really good job.
Miss Gardner's perception of Carrie starts, and it's almost kind of like what the rest of the students feel about Carrie. It's just kind of she's there, she's frustrating everybody, and then her perception does change, and towards the end of the show, she's just miraculously proud and happy and almost like a maternal figure.
Carrie and her mother she is not there for her. She is there to kind of get what she wants. We have a dynamic in rehearsal where obviously the mother is very overbearing and she's very aggressive.
Margaret is definitely spouting scripture a lot. That's mainly the only thing she says. Once she's in that state, it's okay, don't want to mess with her.
Valeria and I kind of, every time we get done with a scene, we'll just go off and we'll say something sweet to each other so that we can make sure that we don't have to deal with how difficult it is the whole process of the show.
It can be hard, but stepping out of it is easier, especially with the crew. They kind of help you de-roll out of it.
We have a practice called de-rolling. So you'll go in, you'll do your rehearsal, you're that character, I am Carrie from 6:30 to 10 p.m. every night. And when you're done doing scenes like that, especially the more intense scenes like the throwing of items and some of the combat scenes, you take yourself out of it at the end of the day and you say, while I was this character, I was, and you list some characteristics about the character, and then you say, as Isabella, I am not going to do these things.
It's not really necessarily anything that's kind of planned out, but usually it just kind of naturally happens. There's just when there's a lot of tension in the room, and the second we kind of finish, then we all laugh and make jokes about it, and there's lots of inside jokes about the lines, and it kind of lightens up the mood a little bit for the actors.
The way that combat works is there's usually something that, like a barrier, like a hand or a shoulder, and then there's a nap. So the nap is the sound that the audience hears during the action that makes them think oh, you just got smacked. So with the Bible scene, for instance, the magic of theater is we'll turn it upstage, so I'll be facing the back, and when she takes the Bible, my hand is here, so the Bible hits and knocks my hand, and that's the nap, makes that really loud noise. So to the audience, I'm getting hit across the face and I'm falling, but to Valeria, she's just smacking me with the Bible. She does have to cup the Bible. My hand is getting hit, so that hurts a little bit, and you kind of have to brace yourself for that, but it's a lot less impactful than if she was actually slapping me across the face with the Bible. Sometimes, especially in the combat scenes or the prom scene, oh, what if something goes wrong and someone falls forwards when they're trying to hit me and actually hits me? Or what if the thing that falls out of the ceiling falls off track and lands on my head? So there's always that oh, something could go wrong, but I've been doing theater for a really long time, so you kind of prepare yourself, and if something happens, the show must go on.
It's such an amazing show. Even the movies that were made, they're so well known that I'm who doesn't know Carrie?